I'm Anthony, and being honest, I hate horror, in all forms. Movies, series, games, Goosebumps books, everything. Like, Slender Man nearly broke me when it came out. But after being abused enough to try Dead by Daylight, I love it. It is literally my favorite game right now. Like, this is all it is. You solo queue, rally up the Dwight gang, never see the killer, repair the generators, and bounce. It's the easiest thing in the world. That's literally all it is. It's the perfect game. Moreover than that though, I love the sound design and the audio created by these talented people. So much so that I wanted to make a video breaking down a few of the things that I as a sound designer love the most. And also what starting sound designers, and maybe even indie devs who want to do their own audio, can learn from this. So here we go. So what we're going to cover today will be 1. How sounds increase the tension and how they are used in gameplay. 2. The UI and the menu in general, and how it sets the game's tone and really kind of carries there. And 3, how we can try to do this ourselves, what has been done here. Okay. So for those of you that don't know, Dead by Daylight is what you call a survival horror asymmetric multiplayer game. It is a 1 versus 4 where one player is a killer and the other 4 are survivors. The killer must catch each survivor, sacrifice them by impaling them on hooks, while the survivor must avoid being caught and fix 5 generators to open the exit gates and bounce out of there. Now, Dead by Daylight falls under the category of games that you need headphones to play. Sound is so interwoven with the gameplay that it is impossible without it. The game strips you a little bit of your visual information, with its fog, lots of walls and obstacles, and how it takes your attention away with skill checks. But with taking all of this, in return, it gives you a lot of audio cues. For example, when the killer gets close, you hear a heartbeat. This heartbeat gets louder and faster the closer they are to you. I love this because it's a huge tension builder. Adding to that, in a chase, it picks up into this intense track which I really love. And all of these different audio sections really divide up the main gameplay loop. The silence of the killer being far away, the heartbeat of the killer being close, and the big drum of the killer chasing you. I love all of this, but what really grabbed my attention, and what I weirdly love the most about this game, from a sound design perspective, is the menu and the UI. First impressions are important for everyone and everything, and one thing that I think Dead by Daylight does really well is set the game's tone from the very beginning. With its squishy, gory UI and the eerie horror drones that play, I think it's so unique and adds so much character to this game as a whole. Like hovering on the menu like you're taking a step in blood and guts. This is great as opposed to kind of generic beeps and boops, which can be great and can be super cool. I just think that this adds so much more character to the game, and would probably be a bit of a wasted opportunity in this case with this genre. It's really in your face and unique, and it's just made me fall in love. Moreover, something that's really appreciated but very overlooked from a listener's perspective is the variation. It really keeps things fresh, and without you hearing the exact same variation of the sound again and again, which really ties out your ears, this is super important. But minor variation like this isn't noticed, and that's kind of the point. It's kind of like because not having that variation is noticed a lot more. Example.
Stop it.
As you can see, it feels super repetitive, hearing the same sound again and again, and it's just tiring for the ears. It also doesn't feel very organic. And making variations are super easy, and I'll show you how to at the end of this.
And y'all stay tuned, August 17th.
So clearly, a lot of work and effort has gone into the menu and the UI for this game, like just that part. And I can say, at least for me, from my perspective, I think it pays off so much. I love it. But now, knowing all this, how does it help us? How does it help the average sound designer, the starting sound designer, or the indie dev who just wants to do a little bit of their own audio? Well, let's see. So for this, I just want to focus on a handful of the more fun, super easy sounds that anybody can do after this. So let's do the menu hover over sound, the tab changing sounds, and the set and adjusting sound. These are really good to kind of start off with, and also learn a little bit of Gore Sound Design 101. And I'll probably make a full video on that coming later, sometime. But for now, let's just make it super easy and just focus on the squish and the bone snap. Now, for both of these, you're gonna need vegetables, or just some clips of vegetables. Vegetables being the tried and true way to achieve all your favorite gore sounds since the invention of media. So let's start with the squish. The simplest way to get this gooey, squishy gut sound is
smashing the fruit.
Just mushing up some fruit. All kinds of fruit. Stone fruit, berries, I think tomatoes are like the most popular. And just anything, whatever texture you want, you can think of. This is the sound that we're gonna be using. Now already you can hear it's pretty close, maybe a bit long and dramatic for a menu sound. So all we gotta do is speed it up. That sounds better, but because we've sped it up, it's really high pitched, kinda grady, so let's pitch it down a little bit. Sweet. Lastly, let's just cut a bit of that grating high end, and there we go. Last thing is I'm gonna add another one, just to make it a bit more full. And there we go, a really quick and easy squish.
Bloody marvelous.
Now let's do the bone breaking sound. Can you guess what fruit or vegetable would be best for this? Celery. Yes, celery since the dawn of time has emulated the cracking of bones and is perfect for this.
I am perfect.
So, let's take a clip of celery. Let's slow it down a bit just to give it a little more weight, a little bit more
Party.
Now I'm happy with the speed, but it still sounds a bit too much like celery. Let's pitch shift this down and take away some of those harsh highs again, and some lows this time. Then let's layer another one just for, again, fullness. For the layers. And here we are. Super simple, like 2 minutes and not bad. Lastly, let's combine all that we've done so far to make this last setting change sound. I'm just going to be sneaky and change around the celery. Now let's listen. Not bad, but in the clip it's got some punch. So let's add a little weak kick and just strip away some of the highs like this. Now we have easy. Now all of this is amazing and super cool, great, well done, you can do this too now. But just imagine hearing the same sound over and over and over again like we talked about previously.
I'm Michael Jordan.
So let's make some variations, super easy. The simplest way is to speed some up, slow some down, pitch some up, pitch some down, change the timings of each of the sounds and whatever else you really want to do, just anything to make them a little bit different. So now that we have all this, let's add everything into a scene with some spooky music and a smidge of reverb. Obviously we are missing a few sounds for transitions and stuff like that, but let's not get into too much in this one video. But right now you, your mom, your granny, everybody should be able to make these sounds now super easy.
Bloody marvellous.
Definitely a big shout outs to the crazy talented team, and I really love what they have done here, and there's just so much more I didn't cover. I really hope you've learned something, and if you try these yourself, or if you just have any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching.